right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Drag Race for Sisters.
Yay!
As you can see, we missed an episode last week. We recorded an episode and we decided that episode did not need to see the light of day. So, here's the recap of last week. It was a Madonna challenge. It was fun. Jan should have won, but she didn't.
No, she shouldn't have. On further review, I decided she shouldn't have won.
What?
Right.
Then who should have won?
The person who won, Gigi Good. I just felt like the narrative has just pushed us to be like, oh, Jan should have won, blah, 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 when it shouldn't have been the case. Gigi, she embodied Madonna. And sorry, now I take back my previous analysis. Gigi should have just won, and I don't feel sorry for that girl, Jan.
I still believe Jan should have won, personally.
All right, next.
I think Jan should have won because of the runway. I think Gigi's performance was a little bit better, but Jan's runway was so much better than Gigi's, and Gigi came out in a swimsuit. You should have been clocked for that. So therefore, you should not win. Even with 20%, you should not win if you come down the runway in a swimsuit. Boom, bam.
Done.
It was a nod to vintage Michelle, but whatever.
I concur with Dr. Ooch. She came down in a swimsuit. Jan had the better outfit. That's just my personal opinion. Either way, Gigi won. There's nothing we can do about it. So we're just moving on. So now we're on to the next episode. And it's the very beginning. They enter into the workroom, and Jan is bawling, crying, sad as you can be. And the reason that she's so sad is why.
Oh, my friend went home. My friend went home. Liar.
Go ahead.
No, you were crying because you didn't win the one challenge where you can sing, dance, and act, and you didn't win. That's what you're crying about. Your friend just happened to go home.
Well, that's my issue. Had she just owned, yeah, I'm sad, Britta left, but bitch, I should have won that, then I would have been like Team Jan, because I felt you have a legitimate qualms with not winning. But when you're just hiding behind, oh, Britta went home, you know the hoe had to go home at some time, otherwise you weren't going to win. So therefore, you can't be boo-hooing about that all the way. But the fact that you just said, oh, that's it, and it was obviously fake, and you didn't own really what you were really upset about, she lost me. And then all sympathy points went out the window.
Right.
Done.
I agree with that. Like, I was just like, girl, just admit it. You wanted to win this challenge. You wanted to stake your place in a competition. It didn't work for you in your strongest suit. And so now you're panicking. And it's okay. Like, you should admit that stuff, because everybody else in the room knew exactly what was going on, because in the confessionals, they were calling your ass out. I thought that was pretty funny.
Like, don't you guys find like them crying, the New York queens? It's like at first it's like, oh, okay, I feel sorry, but it's like a slap in that other queen's face, as in I'm better than you. Like, it's like eventually you're trying to say you shouldn't have been here. My best friend should have been here. You shouldn't. I was like, you're crying and disrespecting me at the exact same time. Like, you can have one cry, you can do that, but constantly every single week that you're crying because technically. A shade you're trying to say I'm better than you.
Exactly. It's not RuPaul's best friends race. It's RuPaul's Drag Race. Point.
Right.
There is.
Yeah. It's interesting because it seems like a lot of the New York queens that have this sense of entitlement, like there's an expectation that they're supposed to go far in a competition, that they're supposed to be popping. After the show is over, they're going to get all the tours because they're the most well-rounded, most well-produced. They have a sense of entitlement that is showing the season. It's not cute at all.
But you have to take into consideration the history behind the New York queens. The majority of them have done better. The majority of them have gone on to do other things. There's a lot.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Okay. You can. I'm just saying. That's why I can see where the entitlement comes from. It doesn't mean it should be there. I can see where it comes from, though. Okay. So,
but I feel like they probably pissed off the producers with that. As in, these producers like, I'm done with these New York queens. Let's just start doing them grimy. Oh, you thought you were gonna win this? No, New York ain't shit. Bye, bitch. Stop being annoying and being a diva. I feel like they probably pissed off some of the production, and that's what's just gonna happen to them. I'm sorry.
This is like drag has become so worldwide, and for you to feel like you only can be from New York to excel in it, it's just such a 10-year mindset, a 10-year ago mindset. Everybody's doing drag. There's a lot of great drag centers. It's just not New York based. I don't feel like you should win RuPaul Drag Race just because of your zip code or you're from a certain island. It's ridiculous. And there's been plenty of queens that have become and doing new things. I think the innovation is coming out from other areas.
Yeah,
but if that's the
you're
case,
right.
I'm going to have to blame the Drag Race producers on this, because they stay popping out these New York queens into the show and not showcasing other places. Like, when are we going to have another New Orleans queen? They are fierce down here, and it's annoying they're not on the show. Anyway, we're going to move on. Okay, we're going to move on. So, then the next day they come back. Jan walks into the room and she's all happy now, and it's really fake. Like, I'm just like, girl, you're overcompensating. Calm down. But they have a mini challenge, and that mini challenge, they have to get into quick drag, and they get into groups of 2, and they have to get the Fit Fab Fun box and use that box to read each other. What did you guys think of that challenge?
I love that challenge. Love it. I just think it was designed perfectly. It had the perfect product placement. It just all worked. I was like, finally, one intern just turned up in that meeting and just put this was a very good challenge. I was very pleased by the setup. Go ahead.
So is the library not going to open? Is this in place of the library?
I hope not. That's the thing that I was worried about.
No, it was like a new twist. I thought it's like a preview, because if I right remember, it's gonna come later on. I think we got to lose 2 more girls for it to come up. Okay, but I did enjoy this very much. I was like, this is cute.
I enjoy it as long as it doesn't replace the reading challenge. That's all my qualms with it. I need to have my reading challenge. If it's still there and then this is an addition, maybe this is like a warm-up to test to see how good of the reading challenge will be, I'm cool with it. But if it replaces it, I'm not with it.
But but you remember the past few reading challenges have been questionable. Questionable.
They all sucked.
Yeah, okay, sucked.
Just like Snatch Game sucks every single year sometimes, I don't care. I still want my Snatch Game. I still want my reading challenge. I'm sorry. I need it. Even if you do suck.
So out of this whole this challenge, what was your favorite line? Like, who was your favorite?
Well,
that's a good question.
So just so everyone knows, like the first group, it was
Gigi and Jackie.
Gigi and Jackie, but against 2.
Jada and Crystal? No?
No. Yes, it was Jada and Crystal. It was against Jada and Crystal. Gigi and Jackie versus Jada and Crystal. Because the first line that Jackie says, well, the clowns are welcome the clowns. Because Jada and Crystal were wearing yellow, bright colors, while they were wearing black.
Yeah, so, and Crystal historically has clown makeup.
Well, that too.
Yeah,
what do you guys think of it?
Oh, that's what it's supposed to be?
Well, this is the thing. I do know that most of those jokes were repeated. Because, with the towel, it's heavy. Well, no, actually, it wasn't repeated. I take that back.
It was the filter one. For the first one, it was saying that, like, it's a towel, season 1 filter. What does that mean with season 1 filter?
You've never watched season 1?
No, I watched it, but, like, hold on. Like, come on, that's years ago. Go ahead, refresh my memory.
Okay, but with season 1, sorry, go ahead.
No. You choice.
Well, the camera quality was really poor in season 1, and then everyone had like this glow effect. It looked like they had put Vaseline on the camera lens. Everything was blurred out, and I think they put that lighting on RuPaul because they didn't have good enough makeup to show that she's not old yet. And so like it was just blurry. And so that's why they always joke about the season 1 filter, because it was just terrible footage, terrible lighting. It was just blurry so that everyone looked like women.
Is this a season 1 filter?
No.
With the light?
No. Sorry, love. Sorry.
You gotta put Vaseline on the lens, and then you'll get the season 1 filter.
We got the season 1 filter one, and then it was the
face wash.
It was a cream. It was the cream to cover both your faces. Oh, you mean the ones that that won, not just 1 but 2 but 3 challenges, and then but you have no wins. Oh, you're right. that line I did enjoy. I was like,
well, that's what you call a volley. A volley.
Yeah, it was a volley. It was a good volley.
Yeah, but it was a face wash. Let's just wanted to correct you on that one. It wasn't a lotion.
But
it was a lotion.
I gotta say, when it came to the first round, I felt like Jackie dominated that round. Like she was carrying Gigi and herself, like, because every single thing that they said, she had something quick to say back. Like she was ready. And I was like, okay, Jackie, go ahead. But what about the second group?
No, definitely say something about Jackie. She reminds me very of a Nigerian, like the way that we meet up and the way that they shade each other every ante. So I feel like she has that culture of just like, my kids are better than yours. My house is bigger than yours. Like as in like she grew up in that moment. So it was just very natural for her.
Yeah. And I like that she can code switch well.
Yeah, she can.
I love that.
Yeah, I agree with that. She does definitely code switch. So, what did you guys think of the second group?
I don't think they were that. They were good. No, they were good. But it's just the volley wasn't the same because Jackie dominated the first group. This group, they were just, It was.
Yeah, the only one that I liked was Widow about the busted mug or the salty crocodile.
Yeah, but she didn't really deliver it. I think it was a great line, but she didn't really deliver it to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did like that line, and I also like I did like the tears of like with the I thought that was cute. But
you didn't know where she was going with it, so it was a little bit of a twist. I was like, what do you mean? What is that name of what you called it? Oh, yeah. I mean, at least I liked it. She gave us a little bit of a twist.
Yeah, I did like that.
I give it that one. I give it
but,
that.
So, like, we, after the challenge is over, it's found out that Gigi good and Jackie won, a.k.a. Jackie won.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Jackie. But it's so funny because everyone, like, I saw Heidi's face after they found out that they won. Heidi did not look happy at all.
But it was a deserved win. It was quite obvious who won.
It was obvious. There's no question on this one. I love you, Heidi.
But I mean, if you're not happy, you're not happy. Like, and she wasn't happy. I mean, it was clear that Jackie won the challenge. I mean, no one could contest it, but you know, you can still hate from the side, and that's what Heidi was doing.
She was upset that she got paired with Jan or whatever. You never know.
That's true.
That she got what?
She got paired with Jan.
Oh, that's you. Yeah.
Yeah. Think about it. It's like you're crying about your friend that went home and you're paired with the girl that sent your friend home.
Yeah, I get you.
That's
I don't think they hold grudges by who sends who home. I don't think so, because it's not like the person wanted to send them home. It's who the judges paired them with. I don't think they hold that grudge.
Oh, hold on. Like the person didn't want to send them home? How do you win?
No. It's not like I'm saying, oh, I want to send you home, so therefore I need to go against you in a lip sync. I got placed in a lip sync. It is either me or you. It is what it is. Yeah. So I don't think the queens hold grudges to whoever won the lip sync, because it wasn't like they put themselves in that situation on purpose.
Right.
Okay. Fair enough.
Whatever.
Either way, they won a whole bunch of prizes. I guess that was cute. Yeah. And then Jackie's really excited about her mini win challenge, but where's your main stage challenge? Okay. But anyway, now it's time for the main challenge. And for the main challenge, anyone wants to explain what was going on with the main challenge, what they had to do?
come up with their own products for the new drag line Droop, aka Goop for drag queens. Anywho, so this it's like a website of stuff that you really don't need. That's really what it is.
So does it really exist?
Not
Goop.
not Droop.
No, Goop exists. Goop.
I don't know. What is Goop?
Oh my God. Gwyneth Paltrow. What? Gwyneth Paltrow has this stupid like white woman lifestyle brand for like what 10, 20 years plus, where she sells like the last thing she did was sell that she had a candle that smells like her vagina.
Yes.
And she sold it out in 2 seconds. It's just like crazy white women stuff that are actually like hella rich. They even have like a Netflix show of them like experimenting on themselves. It's all about just the whole newest craze of how to get beautiful and how to be like Gwyneth, which you will never attain.
Yeah. Stuff you don't need.
Yeah. I have no idea. I legitimately have never heard of that. I thought just RuPaul made it up.
Oh, no. No, you didn't even remember about the jade egg that she will put up in her vagina to help rejuvenate it? I mean, that was one of those things. That was one of those.
A lot of people have bought that.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
But yeah, she's been, she has had, this was RuPaul's like parody of that website basically. So they each have to come up with a commercial and film it and show it to the judges. So it was really cute. First, RuPaul, while they're preparing, has a special guest, Bob Harper from The Biggest Loser, that personal trainer. Why are you clapping? That personal trainer.
I'm clapping because I do like him.
Had issues with The Biggest Loser, right? Ever since they flew you out to California, right?
Yes, I got no, not to California. Actually, I tried out for The Biggest Loser. Just a side note, I got rejected. So they were like, hey, how about you try out for this other weight loss show we got, Extreme Weight Loss. And then that one was on ABC. And I got flued out for a week to Colorado to try out for Extreme Weight Loss, where I was supposed to be considered for this very special episode in which the Backstreet Boys were going to be a guest host.
What?
You were hurt.
What?
What the fuck did you do in Colorado?
Anyway, so
where were you guys? Like in the mountains and shit? Like what did you do on a daily? I mean, we'll go over this later, but like you went to fucking. Sorry. Oh, child.
But anyway, so
nice.
I see Bob Harper. I get annoyed by him only because, like, okay, you know, he did The Biggest Loser, and it's supposed to be this inspirational show. They shame fat people. They're just like, oh my God, they're so unhealthy. They're gonna die. Blah 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 blah. Meanwhile, homeboy has a heart attack himself, and I'm like, what you been doing, Bob Harper, Mr. Healthy Bob Harper, Mr. Heart Attack Bob Harper? But anyway,
but you know, a lot of marathoners, that happens quite a bit. I just did a marathon the other day, and there was 2 people in that marathon that had heart attacks.
Exactly. Okay, so
maybe
it can happen.
Stop showing off. Have you guys ever thought about that? Maybe just do 5 miles and just be done. But y'all just want to. God is just trying to tell you stop. Just stop.
Stop hating.
But whatever. We're not hating, but as in like y'all just be putting yourself through duress for 8 hours and you wonder why you might have a heart attack. Like you look like what?
It's fundamentals. It's fundamentals.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Next time, I'm just gonna wrap my nails and just fling them everywhere.
That's cool. That's cool.
Right. Fundamentals and the beer at the end.
I'm so done with you all.
Make sure you don't wear your medals when they're trying to like charge your heart back. Like make sure you take that shit off first, okay? Just some advice in the future. So don't I want you to kind of live.
I'm so done. It. I'm
so just so you know, Dr. Ooch loves to do marathons.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why we're making fun of her. But anyway, I have no idea why Bob Harper would be the guest advisor for this, but he's the guest advisor, and they all go around the workroom to talk to each of the contestants about what they're going to be selling in the commercial. What did you guys think of that?
But
Okay,
first
so
of all, can we talk about his outfit? Did you see his boots?
No.
Oh, I didn't. What was his?
I did not.
Oh my gosh. It's actually my husband that pointed it out to me. So he was, first of all, he was like, I didn't even know he was gay. And I was like, I didn't. But then he was like, look at his boots. And I was like, oh, wow. He really zhuzhed up his, I've never seen him dressed like that. And I didn't even realize he had that many tattoos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know he had tattoos, but that many?
Yeah. Oh, he tapped out. But this is the thing. I'm sorry. I want to get back to another point, Ketch. I know the reason why they chose him. Even though he was the Biggest Loser trainer, he actually has done books. He's done games. He has done food. He has branded a whole lot of stuff for himself. So that's why he's a great person. And he's been a spokesperson for other products. So he's a great person.
I actually have an elliptical machine, and it has like one of his like workout things in it.
Ding, 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 ding. See.
And I guess they didn't want to pay for a shark. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's true. That's
It's also, what is Bob Harper doing now?
Oh, Lord.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm so salty. I'm salty. Anyway.
Yeah, you are salty. Oh, trying to raise that blood pressure, huh? Right.
No, but when you get a chance, check out his silver boots.
I'm going to go back and look for those things. Really, I'm going to take a look at that bad boy. Anyhow, but so they go around the workroom. Well, not to everybody in the workroom, if you'd noticed.
Yeah, but the only one that was worth talking about was Heidi, because Heidi, the way that she's like, and then I thought it was so cute after that in her little poster. She's like, hydrating hottie. Like, as if like she was so inspired. I loved it. I loved it.
I loved it.
Yeah,
That was so cute because it was so rushed.
cute.
She was like, oh, yes. What was it they called it? Heidi's what?
Hydrating. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
she just, that was so cute when she stretched it out. It was like, ooh, child, I'm gonna take this advice. I thought that was so
take
cute.
this alliteration.
And I'll only give you 2% of the profit. Only
Yes,
2%.
2.34%.
Well, still.
So cute. I love Heidi so much.
I know. I just precious Boo. She's so precious. But yeah, and then of course we dealt with Widow's throatay while you're gagging. I was like, okay, that's just, come on. We can do something.
Well, I think it could have worked if she had sold it correctly. She just wasn't prepared. I don't think she thought it all the way through. Like, if you're going to do that, there's a certain way to present it. I felt like it was presentable. She just didn't present it correctly. So,
Okay.
But
I thought it
anyway.
was stupid. I thought it was dumb. I think it was a stupid concept. It wasn't really a product. You couldn't think of a product. So it was just dumb. The same reason why Gigi's was dumb. They were both dumb.
Well, Gigi. Oh, go ahead.
No, because Gigi was trying to go for Katya's, what she went for in All Stars, the spray that would help you relax. Katya's one, if you remember from All Stars. Okay, I guess
I don't remember. I tried to erase that season off my mind. That one and the third one. Yes, I tried to pretend those don't exist. But when it comes to one thing that's interesting about Gigi, I think she relies on the word bitch to like make her, because she's this pretty put together woman. And I feel like she relies on bitch as a word to kind of take her out of that character and impress people. Because that's the second time she's done that. She did it for the Snatch Game by calling RuPaul bitch and then using the go to sleep bitch. And she thinks that's going to make it funny because it's like, I'm pretty and look at me call you a bitch kind of thing. Anyway.
Yeah.
I just feel like she felt like the block was too hot for her. Like, as in, I feel Gigi could have killed this, but I feel like she's just like, let me just slow it down a bit. I feel like she slowed it down a bit on purpose. Come on, Gigi, if she was left to her own devices, then I think she would have pulled this out.
Yeah, but if you're gonna slow it down to a pace of where you're safe. You legitimately, Gigi should have been in the bottom. But the only reason why they didn't put her in the bottom because it was a Shaka Khan song, and they knew that the Witty Von Du will kick her off. That's basically it. She should have been in the bottom too.
I don't know that. I don't know if she should have been in the bottom 2, but
Yeah.
it wasn't.
It was bottom 3.
I mean, like, but anyway, so we move on to the recordings. Like, do you guys have anything else you want to talk about with the Bob Harper and the RuPaul talking?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's time to record, and so everyone's recording their commercials. And then, what did you guys think about how everyone was recording and the way it works and stuff?
Go on. You can talk about Jackie.
Yeah, I just like the way that Jackie did hers. I think she had a great concept. I love that she directed herself to the point that even Bob didn't even know what was going on. And then when he caught it, he was like, wow, that was very genius. And she stuck to it. I think, and I just liked her look. I just, from top to bottom, I thought it was great. The only thing is that I think it's, and somebody correct me, Farsi is the language, not Persian. And I thought that she's Persian herself. Like, why would you put, that's like me saying, oh yeah, we're speaking Nigerian.
Yeah, it's so interesting because you know what? These producers, the editors, they're kind of shady because they're trying to make Jackie look crazy. As soon as she started talking, I saw exactly what she was saying. I was like, okay, I see what she's doing. I figured it out right away. I don't understand why Bob was not on the same playing field. I don't know why he was like, what?
But I think part of it, we
sense to me. Huh?
It's common sense too, because we also got the benefit of her, what do you call those things?
Narrating.
Even without the narrations, I could see what she was going for. Like without the narrations, I was like, oh, okay, so the product's gonna appear. Okay, that's cute. All right, like I just felt like they did that.
I found it funny. As in, like, at first I think they were trying to make her seem crazy, but as in, like, she's like, and it's gonna be over there. We gotta glitch your place. You know how that pleases me. Very like, what's it called? Devil Wears Prada. So I don't think it started off as potential shade, but it was very entertaining. So there's that. She still won in my book.
Who else?
But then, well, Heidi was fine. Oh my God. Okay. No, yeah, you're right. Because I felt like she was doing too much. Like, it just, Jan, you know, she was pushed. It's like, it's Jantastic. I was like, okay.
I'm a drag queen. I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to lay down on the floor with my hand like this. I'm a drag queen. Like, oh.
It just didn't work. It just didn't work.
You know why it didn't work? When I look at Jan, like, it seems like anytime I see Jan, this particular episode, when she was performing, anytime she did something, it always felt like she was like, you know, that white girl that does ballet, and then she goes into a hip-hop class. She's Julia Stiles. And then, like, so she goes into a hip-hop class, and then she knows, because she could pick up choreography, she has the choreography down, but it's not wrong. That's what I feel like. That's what she was. She's Julia Stiles in Say the Last Dance. The first half. No, actually, the whole thing, because she still was dancing like a white girl at the end of the movie. Anyway, go ahead.
You know
what? It was so apparent. We're going to get to the lip sync, but it was so apparent that she has, even though she has taught rhythm, it was clear it was taught rhythm, not necessarily something like an innate that flows in you. And it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I say one thing?
Okay.
No. Sometimes, a lot of the times when I've been looking at Jan, why do I see Cheryl Hall at times?
Who's that?
Who's Cheryl Hall?
You don't know Cheryl Hall from UK.
Okay, no, she's just being, Ella's being shady. That's what she's being.
No, I don't know. The UK girls are such a blur. Such a blur.
She's being shady. Anyway.
I just,
What?
You need to watch UK. Watch freaking UK.
She watched
it. I didn't watch UK, so that's why I wouldn't know. Okay, got it.
Yeah, but nevertheless, it was interesting because, like, when Bob Harper was talking about Heidi's, initially when Heidi was doing her taping, I was thinking, oh my God, all the funny stuff is when she is not talking or she's not doing her commercial. And I was like, is she going to be able to integrate that into her commercial? And I was a little worried for Heidi for a moment.
Yeah, because she had him brawling the whole entire time, but it's when it's the actual takes. But keep me.
I think she's just like, she was overthinking it, but when she didn't, and obviously she put it together.
Yeah,
right.
Comedy gold.
Is there anyone else you wanted to talk about when it came to the tapings and things? Who?
Jada.
No?
Jada. I enjoy Jada. I think Jada is the dark horse, like somebody said. People don't realize she's underestimated, I think, because I think she did an excellent job. I think she was right up there, and then her look was good too. I enjoyed, and I was surprised, actually. I wasn't expecting her to be good at all. But I was very good.
Look at us. 1, 2, 3. All three of us are just looking at you. Just everyone look down on each other because we told you episode 5.
Hello. Listen. I never said I had an issue with her. I just don't think she was as cute as everybody was saying. I never clocked her talent.
That's an issue. When you say I don't think you're cute, that is an issue. What else is that? Is an issue, Jay? That's cause for fighting. That's disrespect.
No, listen. I didn't say she wasn't cute. I just said not as cute as everybody was saying. Everybody was like, oh my gosh, she's the most gorgeous thing that's ever walked the runway.
She's gorgeous.
I love her body. Right. I'm not going to lie. I love her body. But I'm just saying, I just wasn't like, oh my gosh, that's the most beautiful queen. She's the fishiest queen that's ever walked Droop. No, I don't think so.
Fishy does not equal beautiful, but
thank you.
We'll talk about this another day.
It sure doesn't. Just because you look like a woman doesn't mean you look like a pretty woman.
I know.
I agree.
Someone made a comment about Jan. Someone made a comment about Jan, be like, oh, I look like a woman, blah, blah. Like, as in, like, yeah, Jan looks very fishy. But do we care about Jan?
Not really.
No. Okay, one thing about the Jan concept, I liked that she had the Sure Jan concept because I use that GIF all the time. Sure Jan, I love that GIF, and so like to incorporate that into a product, I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun. But
I thought it should have been repeated with every clip. Sure Jan, I felt like it should have been repeated.
Yeah. I agree. But anyway, so now then they are done in the workroom. I can't remember what they talked about in the workroom. Does anyone remember?
Oh, good question. Yeah.
What sob story came out? Well, she reiterated how she misses her friend or whatever, right?
Yeah, she did. Yeah, producing again. That's all it was.
I don't really care. So let's
Crystal Method talking about. Crystal Method talking about how her look is different from everybody else's.
Yeah, but it's Jinx from season 5. Okay, but it's different. Okay. All right.
I just realized something. We didn't even talk about Crystal Method's her takes. Because I was sitting at first, I was like, what the heck are we doing here? I didn't understand it until later on. I was like, okay, it made sense. About the miracle mullet.
I think the producers were trying to make it look more frantic than what it really was.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I felt it was. And I saw it when it was happening. I was like, she's going to have a good commercial. I can already tell. Because it's like they didn't give you any type of detail of what her product was or anything. So it seemed weird. And I was like, okay, so she's going to turn it out for the commercial. That's just the way the producers like to edit things. So there's conflict. Anyway.
No, they made it. They did say it was a mullet. By the way, I didn't know I heard of the word Jackie's product. I've heard of it, but I didn't know exactly what it was. I was like, a merkin.
You never heard of what a merkin was?
I heard the word, but I never looked it up. I didn't know what it was.
Even from past seasons, remember Sugar Cane's troll outfit? They will make more. It wasn't a troll outfit. It was the troll outfit. It looked like she had a merkin on. So they were talking. I'm surprised they were talking about that, how.
Why I know about a merkin is a weird reason. Because my friend Denise Moore, Denise, Dr. Ooch, she was in 12 Years a Slave, and she had to be naked in 12 years. Yeah, she was an extra, and she had to be naked, and she always shaved, and they made her buy a merkin.
So people actually buy these things?
Yes.
They actually exist in real life? It's not a comedy piece?
Yep.
So
she
wait.
had to
I
buy.
have so many questions. How do you attach them to what?
I have no idea. She just said she needed a
Glue.
merkin. She bought a merkin and she wore it for 12 years a slave. So
The same way that you put on a freaking wig. It's a wig for your private parts. Okay? Glue. We're done.
But is it just on top? Does it give it a little, or is it just like, what is it?
So, I mean, you glue
Is
it
it
on top.
lace?
Do you glue it to the lips? Where do you glue it?
I did not
Oh,
ask.
yeah, they don't have lips.
It was not my problem, not my ministry. It's either way. That's why I know what a merkin is. But anyway, now we go to the runway. And RuPaul, what do you guys think RuPaul looked like on the runway?
Okay. What is going on with everybody with the mama lace this season? What is going on?
Look at this. Hold on, look. Have drag queens discovered lace? Like this?
Yes, they have.
Yes, they have. They have.
It's almost to the point, like, should we complain about cultural appropriation? I'm confused. What is? And you know what's funny? My husband was watching it, and I remember my reference, and he was like, they're not going to admit it's African lace. They're going to come up with some nonsense and not agree that it's our tradition.
Yeah, that's happening.
Shit.
No,
Sorry.
No,
I'm
it's just be
with it.
appropriated.
I was just like, how has this not happened? How has this merger not happened? It's like overdue. I'm
that's
okay
true.
with it.
You
I
know,
mean,
think about
I'm
it.
okay with it so long as they don't rename it something else. And then if
I'm
someone's
okay
like,
with it. Exactly. If you don't rename it and you give it the props to who it is, then I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
'cause
God, when did they start wearing Ankara?
Oh.
Well, you know.
How would you
I
guys feel
think
about
somebody
that one?
has.
Wait, no, they have. Monet?
Monet. Didn't Monet?
oh, she sure did.
Monet. She
But I'm
did.
talking about like as in it being like a constant theme, like it's the new thing. Like how would you feel about that?
Because Monet did it. Well, BB has been there, done it.
Yeah, but
Of course,
BB
because
is-
hello, she's from Zimbabwe, right?
No,
Yeah.
she's Cameroon.
Cameroon,
Oh
not
yeah,
Zimbabwe.
Cameroon. My bad. It's in that
But
country called Africa, anyways.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Anyway.
God. And then you call it Jackie out for her stuff. I'm done.
Okay.
So they have a special guest judge, and it's Shaka Khan.
I would
I was
live.
excited, but Shaka
I died.
Khan, God bless her, she was not there. Where was she?
I was just like saying, I was like, did she smoke something before she came on?
She did.
Because
She did.
her
She did.
faculties were not there.
No,
She was
no.
not there.
Tell me
I
something
agree.
good. Money? I thought like the producers feed them those
Yes.
lines.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, they really did not feed her any type of lines. This is real.
Or she forgot them, one or the other. Like,
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I was in awe and happy that she was there, but she was not there.
no, she was no. And so they then have the runway, and the runway theme was Black Wedding. So here's why I think we should set this up. I think we should go through each person's, like, first talk about their outfit, and then talk about their commercial, and then go on to the next person. Does that work for everyone?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So the first person is Jackie Cox. And what you guys think about her outfit?
I thought it was okay. I know that she was trying to do a story about her waiting for her husband to come back from the war. That was cute. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, it was very okay. I liked the outfit and whatnot. The acting didn't work enough for me.
Had she not given me that confessional of that was her story, I would have been like, oh, I guess she's just wearing a black wedding gown. And then when they were like, oh, we read the story through your action, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Although I liked it. It was a pretty dress. It just seemed kind of pedestrian to me, but it was fine.
I felt like it was Jackie.
That
Like
that's
what I expect Jackie to wear that and do that. Like I was like, it wasn't unexpected, but it was cute. Like it fit well. It looked cute, you know. But it's like, that's Jackie. That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Ella, do you have any thoughts?
I said moving on. My only thought is about Uche.
And then what do you think?
About my only thought about Dr. Uche is using the word pedestrian. Like, I hate when people say that. It's just so, like, really, I just don't like that word. Let's just never allow that in this podcast.
What's your issue with it?
I hate when people say, I'm like, who the fuck are you? Every single time I hear someone say that, I'm like, who the fuck are you? I hate it. Just moving on.
Okay, good to know that. Okay, so what did you think about her commercial? I felt like her commercial was completely pedestrian. Anyway, I'm just kidding. No, that was
I can log off. You know that, right? I can just log off, take my vitamin, and go to bed. Like, I can just log off. You guys know that.
But I thought that her commercial was a very good commercial. It was a well-produced commercial. It got the message across. We knew that she was talking about it. All right. What you guys think?
I loved it. I thought it was funny. For you. I loved it. It was just fun. It was just quirky like her. I loved it.
Cool. All right. Any other thoughts?
Let's move on.
All right. Okay. Ella wants to move on. All right. So the next person is Jan. What did you think about her outfit?
Yeah, I like the concept of the smoking bouquet, and yeah, the dress was gorgeous. It's just freaking gorgeous. I loved her makeup. It was great for me.
And I don't. And, it's very expected of Jan. It's very pretty. It was very pretty. She gave us a concept, and I don't know. I just probably wasn't feeling this whole category of Black wedding. But go ahead.
Yeah, it was okay. I didn't even notice the smoke until she said it, and it was like a little poof. It was just okay. All right. I would have wanted the smoke to be a little bit more dramatic, but the smoke was pedestrian. It's fine. Does that. And I think we've already talked about Jan's performance. Yeah, it was just a little doing the most, I guess.
Yeah.
And the whole time I was thinking Ella was in the background saying, "Teacher's pet! Teacher's pet!"
She is. And then I think, hold on, what's her face acknowledged it. Someone acknowledged that she's like, she's just so thirsty for education and knowledge, and just like, whoa, she's such a teacher's pet. She really is. I called it. I banked it. Sorry.
Yeah. When it came to her commercial, I felt like she needed to cut out the first 30 seconds of commercial. She didn't need. She should have started with don't you hate it when people ignore you? Da 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 da. Just what she should have started. Like, I just felt like it was a lot of. It didn't have direction, but it had potential. And I was kind of upset because it could have gone somewhere good, but she just did too much. She did too much. And it was, so I didn't like it just because she could have done well, but she didn't. Like, she had a good concept and she kind of flunked at executing it. All right. Any other thoughts before we move on? All right. So next person is Jada Essence Hall. What did you guys think?
Of course, she always will look amazing she looks amazing on the runway. But I loved, it's like her commercial was funny to me, but it wasn't the best. She wasn't the best, but it was great for me. So I'm simple like that. Anywho.
I really enjoyed her commercial. I really did. I laughed. The others, all right, cool. Jackie, I enjoyed Jackie's too. But I actually legitimately thought Jada was very funny, honestly. And then, of course, she's always going to bring a look. So the look was great.
I like her wedding dress is my favorite just because it's like, I love a good old trumpet skirt situation.
Yeah.
That's what she got. And it's the material is lovely. I just like anything she wears. I never have complaints about her outfits. And then, like I said before, I felt like her commercial was good. It was good. Like, I was like, okay, she nailed it. Like, I mean, it wasn't like wow to me, but I was like, yes, girl, you did that, So, yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Maybe I should get one of those little tuck panties.
Great. What is going on down there?
What is going on down there? I mean, it's not just a tuck, but as in, like, it's giving, like, I want the Jada Essence, like, pop. I don't need to tuck, you guys. I don't have beef curves.
Oh, like, the pandemic really making everything serious down there?
Oh, yeah.
The labias are too long, darling.
Pandemic.
Okay. Anyway,
I
moving
haven't had a
on.
baby, so they're staying where they are. So
I did my
I'm
Kegels,
just
oh.
saying.
I did my Kegels.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not the one that would be suspect. So. I'm sorry, but anyways, moving on.
All right. So the next person is Gigi Good.
Okay. Hers was vintage Gigi runway, lovely, similar silhouette again.
Same damn silhouette.
Yeah,
Same.
because it's just like the ballerina, puffed out skirt, cinched waist, blonde hair, and a red lip. So yeah.
Well,
she needs to,
if it's not broke,
don't fix it.
Don't
I
fix
got you.
it. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's her look, in which I'm just like, okay, she did that. It was good. But her commercial, not so much. It was not great at all.
It was terrible.
It was like,
Yeah.
what the
It
hell?
was terrible.
It
Yeah,
could have been
sorry.
funny though, because
No.
it could have been. It's just
everything
that,
could have been funny. All of them
I
could have
know.
been funny. So we
It
get
could've-
that one.
yeah, but okay. In her case, it's just it wasn't moving on. It was a moving
Yeah.
on.
Okay, so next person is Heidi in the closet. What you guys think about her outfit?
Okay, was it me or her hairline was further back?
It's for
I
that.
did. I did clock that one. Yeah.
I was like, what the heck is everything else was gorgeous. I loved it. Her wedding dress was, I loved that boat neck. That was so nice on her. But that her hairline was what threw me off completely. Because when I saw it was like all the way back there, I was like, dude, ugh, you were fine up
Ornaments
until
or something. It could have pushed it back. You know, it's a very long time on the runway. But in general, like she gave us a new silhouette, something, and I was kind of always thinking, I was like, is this something she made? Because I just, you know what I mean? Like, as in made, why she's there? Because she realized she has to step up her game. Like, did she do something different?
she did that.
I don't know. It was an 80s look. It looked like it was her mother's. And she just dyed it. It's an 80s look. That's all I can think of. It's just 1986. That's
But
fine.
it looked
though.
good.
But I liked
I
it.
was like, there was no problem with that. That was a very
It was
nice
a little dust.
dress
It's just
from
a
her.
little minor dust. It's just a little bit, but it's like expected to be with Heidi. So it's like, this is good for Heidi.
Yeah, I liked it.
I thought it was good in general, because it was a different look from the others. I loved the boat neck because it was something different.
Yeah.
I liked it, and it was a different era. So if Gigi Good can go ahead and reference the 1950s, why can't Heidi reference the 1980s?
I didn't say it was anything wrong. I just felt 80s to me. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I'm an
but
80s
still.
baby, so I'm not going to hate on the 80s.
Yeah. But the way you were saying it, it was kind of like, oh, it just looked 80s, not like, you know.
it was 80s, but it wasn't like.
The construction.
it wasn't like.
I'm not mad at the whole look and what. I'm not mad, but it's just some tiny little thing about Heidi's a little dusty. Like, it's just like just a little. Like we all love her, but it's like it's like, you know how New York was like. Oh, never mind. When she was talking about nibbles, she's like, she just gutta butter. Like, it's just a little dusty.
You know what? She's dusty because I feel like she also uses her makeup, and it just bugs me. I think her makeup's gotten better, but I just feel like when she's done with it, she takes a little bit of like baby powder and puts it on her face. Like, why?
I need her to get with Widow. I really need her to get with Widow, and actually just. Or Jada, either one.
The blind leading the blind? What are you talking about, Widow?
Okay. Whose makeup is better?
Makeup is always on point. Don't do that.
It's like Widow's skin is perfect.
Okay with the whole eyes thing situation. I never really noted for Widow to be like, oh, her makeup. I'm gonna go with what's it called, Jada over freaking Widow if it came to like makeup.
Yeah, fair enough.
But
get with somebody else.
When it comes to polishing and makeup, I feel like Widow can help her out in that too. But I mean, if I was to choose between either or, it would definitely be Jada. But Widow has her props too, because she never looks terrible in her makeup. It never looks terrible. And then it's clear Heidi needs the basics still. Like when it comes to especially the eyes. Once she figures that out, like, I mean, like, out of all the people on season 12, the person that I would pay to see live is Heidi, like, out of everybody. So there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because every single time I'm always thinking about, how is Heidi going to do her headline? Is it going to be Heidi, the artist formerly known as Heidi? Or, like, I was just always thinking about that. So I know I'm going to see Heidi. Hi, Heidi.
Yeah.
I'm going to see you.
Yeah.
No, Heidi should keep her name. Don't let anybody change her name. That's foolishness.
Just because one person that has a huge problem with it, and it's RuPaul. Cute for him, but also he keeps on harping on El DeBarge. So, like, is he really, like, don't change your name just because of one person. I feel like that's silly.
Okay,
anyway.
Don't change your name because of one person who's actually like the king of drag and that's giving you a platform that's going to make you doubt. He's just one little person. One little person. But hold on.
Here's
Just
the
one
thing,
thing.
If she kept her name, I'm still going to see her perform, regardless if she's hiding in the closet or Heidi Boop. I don't care. So, like, to be
I know, but still, I feel like I like when RuPaul shows his obsessions. I'm obsessed with RuPaul's obsessions, if that makes any sense. I like that he keeps on harping on Heidi's name. I like that he almost wets himself every time he sees a mullet. I like RuPaul's obsession. So that's where we're at with this situation.
Mullets. Oh my God. No.
Okay.
Why are you giving me that look?
I'm not.
She's,
Okay. She killed a commercial. Like, her commercial was great. So, anyone have any thoughts about her commercial? Anything you want to say?
She was just adorable, straight adorable, crying, giving us the tears of a drag queen. I never knew that as something I needed in my cream to hydrate me.
But how does she do that? How does she do that whistle with her teeth?
You gotta have a gap.
How does she do that?
Oh,
yes, I have one. Fuck you. Forget you.
Remember in Nigeria, a gap is a standard of beauty in Nigeria. So
there we go.
Yeah, I know. But where are we now?
Oh,
they're like, ooh, she has a gap too?
Yeah. So that's what's happening.
Anyway.
But then also in Nigeria, you always have to wear earrings or you're just like unkept. What the heck is that? Where's your earrings, Ma? Mind your business. Anyways, moving on.
All right, next person is Widow Von Trees. What you guys think about outfit?
Fondue.
It's fondue.
She said Von Trees just for the fun of it.
No, I said it by accident. Anyway.
Oh, I thought you did it on purpose.
No, I didn't. Whoops. Anyway.
All right, Freudian slip. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go on. She was lovely, but yeah, her commercial was what the hell, though.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man.
But let's talk about her runway. I really like when she was like, she unveiled and she's like, but she's dead inside. I was like, love it. It was so cute. Finally, this is not finally the runway because you guys always drag me, but this one, I didn't have any type of issues. I really enjoyed. I enjoyed her makeup. I enjoyed the look. It wasn't giving me, oh, I'm plus size, big girl. I can only do so much. She did what she needed to do.
I agree. And by the way, Ella, I'm with you with the Widow. I've not really enjoyed any of her looks except for maybe like the first one. So no, I'm with you on that. But this time I felt exactly the same way. Because what I noticed sometimes with a big girl is only one silhouette you can always use. I love this look because then it wasn't like, oh, I'm doing the best, like you said, because I'm a big woman. No,
okay, I have an issue with you both because you mean to tell me on her first the spring runway that tan outfit, I wanted that outfit. When she walked down that runway, I was like, that's my outfit. I need that in my life. Are you kidding me?
You talking about clearly. What?
You talking about the first week? Are you talking about the first week? I said the first week, except for the first week. Did you not listen? After that, I did not like what she put down the runway.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, moving on.
I liked her watermelon outfit too. But yes, I like this outfit.
Yeah, that too.
But you know the things that I really enjoyed? I love
Now
the
come up with
contacts that
something
she
else.
had. Like she had these contacts, those black pupil contacts.
Yeah.
I feel like that really put the look together. She looked spooky. I was like, yes. And then I liked her silhouette. I thought she was good on the runway. I liked it. However, that commercial,
Baby.
whew, that was terrible.
Baby. That commercial, I think she just got in it, which is crazy because I think she's the best actress out of everybody.
Without
all
the
of the time, without a shadow of doubt. I was looking forward to hers, and I was like, where's the life? It just got sucked out of her. I don't know what the deal was.
Well, where's Widow?
I'm not gonna lie. Always, you know how I always like to put my producer hat on. I always have to look at it from that respect. As soon as they announced that it was Shaka Khan, I was like, oh, Widow's gonna be in the bottom. Like, I just, in my head, she's lip syncing, she's gonna be in the bottom. That's how I already produced it in my head. I'm sorry. There was no one else that was gonna do that lip sync, so maybe she just like, look, I have to tank this.
That's true. That's true.
You get to perform in
Who
front of
could have
her.
gone against Widow in that Shaka Khan song and actually won?
I don't know.
No.
We haven't seen Jada's actually lip sync, so I don't know what her lip syncing skills look like.
Yeah, I don't know what they look like, but other than like,
Not even
No,
Heidi.
no one else.
I don't think no one else, because it's like Heidi has the theater, has the jump splits and all that fun, happy-go-lucky stuff, but so does Widow. But Widow has the expression, and
Widow's heftier.
Well, we'll
That's
get to
what I was
that.
trying
Let's
to say.
not go on. We'll get to that, to the lip sync.
Okay.
So let's finish our runway and all of the rest of the queens. So then also we have the who she should not be named.
Okay,
Right?
we're moving on. No, we're not going to talk about her. Let's go on to
No. I never like talking about her. You guys all, but I have to say that look on the runway was quite put together. The candle, everything.
The look was fantastic.
She did a good job. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, it was.
It was
good
fantastic.
Yeah,
it was
good.
fantastic.
It was good. Props to the designer. Done.
All right, moving
Okay,
on.
but then also another thing I want to mention about this whole black wedding kind of nonsense, I felt like these women did a little bit more than like, it's a black wedding, I'm giving you a black dress. So I just wanted a little bit more, and that little pie of a thing gave me something.
I disagree. I want to see dress on dress on dress. I was satisfied. That's me. That's just me. But
Okay.
like now, Crystal Method. What you guys think about
Yes.
Crystal Method?
Okay, so you wanted a little bit. She went more the spooky route. She did a little bit different. It was great.
I
It was
like
just, yeah. She went zombie. Her attention to detail, how had her nails growing, everything. It's just, yes. I was like, thank you, darling.
Spot on.
And I actually had to look that up. Your nails don't grow when you're dead. It's because your
They
skin
do,
shrinks.
They
No,
do.
listen, it's because your skin
No.
shrinks, so make it
It's
pull
thin.
back. It doesn't grow.
Yeah. It doesn't
It
grow. It
doesn't
makes
make-
I
longer.
heard about that.
Just letting you know. But anyways, I loved her work. I think it was fantastic. Actually, she was and you know I am not a Crystal fan. And I'm not a fan of her fashions usually, but hers hands down was my favorite of the night. And it wasn't a gimmick of just her makeup. Mind you, I think her makeup was fantastic. I think the detail, it was amazing. But also her dress was amazing too. I really enjoyed her.
So funny because I guess I'm not a fan of spooky, and that's the reason why I can't fully appreciate it. But I knew that everyone else was geeking out about it, and I'm gonna let y'all do that. But I
And hence she's not a Dragula fan. Got it.
I tried to get into Dragula, I couldn't because I was like, I can't. And you kill someone after each episode. I can't do this anyway. I can't. I won't. So then we find out who is on the top and who is on the bottom. The people that are on top are, of course, Heidi, Crystal, and Jackie, and Jada. And the people that are on the bottom are barely the one that should not be named. Widow, clearly.
And
Jan.
clearly. And Jan.
And Gigi.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about those? Did you think that was fair? Who was on the top? Who was on the bottom?
I think it's fair, but I think that RuPaul is like, God damn it, I should have let the one that should not be named lip sync here. We're gonna got rid of her.
But
You're
no,
right.
in fairness, it's interesting because, like, yeah, I don't know. Clearly, Jan needed to go this episode. So, I mean, it was really...
I didn't calculate it. Like, as in, usually you calculate what queen she's supposed to be next on the chopping block. I just forgot to calculate, oh, it is Jan's time.
Yeah.
I told you
when
all
it
this
happened, I
last
was
week.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
told
when
you.
it happened, I felt it was her time. I went through all the other queens. I'm like, who do I feel should have went home before her? And then I was like, you know what? I don't really feel anybody. Maybe Jackie, but not because of this episode. Maybe previous episodes.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody really. She was better than. So yeah, it's Jan's time.
It was
Anywho,
run her course.
Okay, we're glossing over the one, that damn question she keeps asking every season. RuPaul, who do you think should be going home? Okay, who do you think? What do you think about the answers?
I have a question. Do you guys feel like it's also dependent on which queen answers first? That kind of sets the precedent and the tone?
Yes.
I do, because I think if somebody said Jan first, then I think a lot of people would have said Jan as well.
Nah, I don't think so. I honestly feel like everyone would have went for Widow, because like Jan is like also like RuPaul's best friend with Race about things. Like, she's definitely friends with a lot of the queens. I think like they would have said Widow regardless.
So I think you're saying that Jan nobody would have said Jan because she's like Miss Congeniality of the year, I guess, or of the season.
She better not be.
How is she Miss Congeniality when she's crying all the time? How?
Nah. No, I'm just saying she's buddy with the rest of the girls. You know, there's a clique. Like, the clique it's Gigi, it's Gigi, Jackie, Jan was in it. And then Britta. It was like a whole little situation, you know? Anyway, nevertheless, I felt like they were going to say Widow regardless. And then Widow, I feel like, ultimately chose the person that she's going to lip sync against, you know?
Pretty much.
You know.
I agree.
I would have liked to see if I was in Widow's spot, instead of been like, I'd be like, RuPaul, give me so-and-so to lip sync against. Like, don't even say, like, this is who I would want one queen to be like, you know what? Let me take out so-and-so. Give me her.
Yeah, but
I would like
RuPaul
that.
doesn't like you saying that you agree that you need to be in the bottom. She doesn't like that.
No.
No, I'm not saying to agree that, but as in like, well, you're technically kind of agreeing.
You are agreeing.
Yeah, you're agreeing. Yeah.
Okay. I get you on that point, but I do like the challenge twist. Like, if you are guaranteed to be, you are the bottom. Okay, I'm going to challenge this bitch. Bring her over here. Let's go. I understand. I kind of get what your concept, what you're going at. And
she won't do that, because what would happen is that you'll have your lip queens that can't lip sync that she likes. Like, in that case, that one, somebody will take out Gigi Good. She wouldn't like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Regardless, but regardless, like, I forgot what I was gonna say. Sorry.
Which is just kind of like Big Brother for me. Like, I just need people to square up. Like, if it's on Survivor or Big Brother, instead of like just play a bold game. That's what I'm always thinking about, instead of playing
like,
safe.
bring it. Yeah.
But
that's
regardless, everybody knew that she was gonna be lip syncing, and I guess they're trying to figure out who's gonna lip sync against her, and it's gonna be Jan. Then it's to the judging point. I just gotta talk about Chaka Khan one more time. She didn't know what a merkin was, even though there was a whole commercial about it. She was not there. Like,
no, but still, sometimes you're unsure. That I was at the end of that commercial. I was like, I think I know, but I'm also unsure. There's some ambiguity there.
No.
Because I didn't know what a merkin was before, and then when I watched the commercial, I knew what it was.
And this is the thing. No offense, the merkin was around her time, so she should know. Okay, really. So,
you guys just really want to push that narrative. You guys are just producing Chaka Khan, and that's just very disrespectful.
She produced herself by coming up high to the judges' table. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh my Lord, my sister.
So I would say at this point, like, I do want to quickly talk about Untucked. Untucked was uneventful. I thought it was going to be interesting because everyone voted Widow. I thought Widow was going to let them have it, but it didn't happen. Instead, Widow just cried. And then Chaka Khan came through, and Widow cried again. And then Jan cried because Jan was like, well, I'm going to be lip syncing against you, and we're doing Chaka Khan. and you're going to win because you're big and black. So that's what happened in Untucked. And I'm playing. She didn't say that, but that's what she was thinking.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we find out that Heidi won the challenge.
Yay! I'm sorry. I'm just happy that Heidi won something.
Yeah,
So.
I'm glad for her. I was happy that she won something because it kind of gives her validity of being in the race. So I was happy for her, and I felt it was deserved. Like, if it went to Jackie, I wouldn't have been upset either.
I actually thought Crystal deserved it, I think. But I was okay with Heidi because I like Heidi, but I really do think Crystal deserved it personally.
All right. Yeah. I'm just going to have to say no.
It's not, no one blew anyone out of the water. This was a good group. It's whatever they wanted to do and how they were feeling. Now, can we get to the lip sync, please?
Okay. So then the lip sync happened and Julia Stiles came up on stage. I'm playing out, but. So, okay, here's a rule. Okay, when it comes to the lip sync, I just gotta say this. Here's the rule with the lip sync. If you're gonna pull a stunt, it's a stunt that you should not have to look down at. So if you're going to do an outfit change, you should not be fumbling, looking down. Nah, you need to have your eyes on the judge's lip syncing, and it needs to be like, boom. Like, I should not expect, I'm like,
I think she should have known she was lip syncing. She should have had that leotard up to begin with. So then that way she just
like, you have your finger on some little loop, some strand, so you could just, she should have already done that.
Yeah, she should have known. Sorry, hate to break it to you. No. Because when you see them looking down, oh, she's gonna try and take this off, and then she's fiddling with it, and then it's messing with you. You're looking down, and no, it just doesn't work. You're taking everybody out of the fantasy, okay? That you're lip syncing to Shaka Khan in front of Shaka Khan.
But I think it wasn't even her trying to take it off. There was a leotard underneath that she was trying to put on, like she was trying to pull up. That's what it.
She was trying. No, I don't think that was it. Was it?
No. Yeah, she pulled it up and then she removed the rest of the dress. She had to pull something up and then remove it.
Oh,
but whatever down there with her Birkin or whatever, it just always looked a little weird, like as in like the whole little outline that was going there. It's just very like childhood. Here's my nappies, like it just under there was not working.
And then when she took off the dress, like she got too enthusiastic and it was just too much like, and I was like, girl, calm down. Feel the music. Not how this... Act the beat. What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Widow, on the other hand, like Widow had a little cute reveal, but Widow didn't look down. Widow was still lip syncing and she said, poop. And she took it off and we're like, okay, we're still in here. And so like Widow's just a better performer. Much better. In my personal opinion.
It was fantabulous because then at first I was like, oh my god, Jan has energy, blah blah. But then I'm like, just like I think Jackie said, like the soul just transcended into Widow. Like I felt this was Widow's song. She was actually truly lip syncing, not lip syncing. Let me do this. Let me give you the whole equation of everything, and it should equate into a win. That was something else. Like. Spirit
don't do it.
You know
you're lip Janet Jackson if it's not a Janet Jackson song.
Yeah, but you know your lip sync sucks if only you comment on how good you're doing. Nobody else does. Yeah, so that's why there was no commentary from anybody else about her. Not only that, I mean, I think Jackie. I think Jan was fine, but it didn't fit the song. So you can't. I think she just thinks it's a one lip sync move for everything. Like if you change the song, she would do the same thing. And that's where you completely lost. You have to embody the essence. And this is a Shaka Khan. This is a legend, a power singer. Mm-hmm. So you got to feel that. You feel Shaka Khan. So you got to feel that. But then, of course, I knew she wasn't going to be able to do that. She doesn't have the soul to do it. That's why. She's a learned dancer.
But she had the potential to do it. Like, I mean, it is a learned thing. You can't just but if she had did it, like she would have won just because they wouldn't have expected it from her. Like
but if she had point. You don't. That's not a learned thing. It's an innate ability to do that. You cannot teach somebody to embody a song to feel the soul.
I disagree with that. I think you can.
No.
I cannot be very honest with you. When you have the best performances, or when you have a connection with the song. Okay, when you feel this song, you've lived this song, you are able to convey it properly. Jansen was not able to do that. Okay.
Okay. So let's also hold on. Can we reference real life, as in like when me and Trizza went to a drag show, right? And we had to lip sync for our life. Like we totally ran that entire show. We did like what, 4 songs?
4 songs.
And this little wench is all about the song choice. I don't even know what it was, but you embodied that song, that slow ass song, and that nonsense. Where I'm like,
was it? I believe the children.
But that's how she beat me.
I whooped her.
That's exactly what happened on that stage. Is how Chizza beat me on that one lip sync.
But like the thing is, okay, the reason why I'm just gonna say it and I'll leave it alone. The reason why I feel like it can be a learned thing, like when you get into the lyrics and stuff, like if you read the lyrics, understand the origins of the song, like I feel like you can convey it. Like a good actress can do that. That's just my personal opinion. But you can mold yourself into that role.
I don't think you can teach soul. It's within you. You emote it. I'm sorry. I don't think it's a taught thing.
I disagree, but I guess we're just gonna have to agree to disagree.
How
It's just like you have to.
The sisters, let's vote. Who believes that soul can be taught?
Put your hand up, my friend.
Raise your hand.
I did. Okay, there we go. All right, let's still believe
Julius
it.
style.
Even if you guys don't believe, I still believe it. Ugh. Anyway,
So like that means you believe in Save the Last Dance. You believe that, right?
What?
That means you believe in Save the Last Dance.
I absolutely do not believe in Save the Last Dance. She did not embody it.
Exactly, but the whole thing was about her being taught soul at the rhythm, and now she's black. She's got that black D in her, and now she can dance. That's what you're trying to say, that soul could be injected. So if you can't see that in that type of...
No, I did not say that. That's not exactly what I said. Just because it failed in that one particular instant, it doesn't mean that in other instances it can't be a success.
Can you give us
an example what it is?
Reference.
And you feel it, you can do it. I honestly
give me a reference.
If you study it and you know your references, I feel like you can get it if you're a talented
give us an
actress.
example
when it's
Give us an example.
I can't think of any right now. And we're
You
just gonna
know everything. You have the memory of an elephant.
No. Okay, I might have to help her out with this. A good example is when you're singing. When you actually are singing the song. Okay.
We need a person. We need an instance.
Okay. When I was going for state, there was a song.
Like a celebrity. A celebrity. We need an instance of this.
Okay.
The soul was injected.
Y'all, because Mom's about to kill me. Can we wrap this up?
Okay.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
Forget it. Okay.
All right. So the song is over. I felt like it was a pretty good lip sync and all. Like I enjoyed it. Like both sides. Like I was watching both, and it wasn't boring. And we find out that a widow, Shantae, she stays, and Jan goes home.
Go bye-bye. Sorry. I called it.
But I was ready for her to go. After the beginning of the episode of her not being honest, I was like, okay, you can go. Like, if you're going to be fake and do all that foolishness, goodbye. Like, we're good.
Yeah, and I was Team Jan for the longest, but she lost me this episode.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah. Because if you just cannot come up and say, hey, I wanted to win this, that's all you needed to say. Everyone would have loved you even more.
Yeah.
She's acting like what's her face Britta done died. Like that's what she was really acting like, as in like my friend died. Like, you know what? She didn't die. Like
I think she was trying to copy it when Manila Luzon was upset.
When Latrice
Royale. I get it, but the thing is, the problem is that the fandom loves Latrice, so we felt it more then. But we don't care for Britta. So it's like, goodbye, Britta. Bye, Britta.
Bye, Britta.
But I gotta say, when I forgot her name.
Manila.
When she was crying, I was like, girl, why are you crying, girl? Like, it's All Stars. Like, she was gonna go eventually if you intend on winning. What are you doing? Like, stop it.
Thank you.
When people cry on those competitions for another person going home, I feel like that's dumb. Like, I mean, be like, oh, that's my friend. I'm sorry. Ooh, bye. But
sometimes I can get that.
Huh?
That's exactly what I said in the beginning.
You guys are in a high pressure environment. You know someone, I get that. But I feel like maybe that emotion will happen delayed, not right away for me.
No. It's like, okay, I love you, girl. Bye-bye. I'm going to win this money. I'll give you
but
peace.
I think at that point, they're an all-stars. They don't need to win. They're not trying to fight to establish their name or anything like that. And they don't need the money because usually at that point, they've got the money. So I can understand why you're crying because her whole experience through Drag Race, I'm not talking about Jan, I'm talking about Manila. Her whole experience through Drag Race has been with Latrice Royale. So that was part of it anyway.
All stars,
fine. So I get it. It made more sense there. But not in this instance.
Either way, she said, like, she's been with Britta, like, they've been doing drag for years together. So they've been grinding together for years. And they've been touring with each other for years. Like, they even went to England together to perform. So, like, they also have that close relationship also. So you could argue the same thing.
Yeah, but we don't like Britta.
Exactly.
Exactly. In England, did they
one
perform?
The other can't. Like, it's like, I just feel like both shouldn't be crying. Anyway, any final thoughts before we wrap this thing up?
No.
Okay, what do you guys think about the next episode?
I didn't see the preview for the next episode.
Oh, fudge.
Oh,
I forgot.
So
I forgot, but I just know in my head it was
want
really
to
good.
briefly explain it, and then we'll wrap up.
No, that's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, if you want to know what's happening next week, you can Google it. It'll be fine. Anyway, so that was our second episode of Drag Race 4 Sisters. And I hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.